Y'all got Angel Reese out here turning to plan B. This is crazy work, man. You ladies with this CBA holdout situation, y'all screwing the pooch, man. Y'all messing every single thing up. Angel Reese is tired of it. She has pivoted on to her next move because she ain't got no work in the WNBA, and y'all not trying to sign a deal for her to get the new bread that she could possibly be getting in the future. And it's a hold on the season, and we got to address this. WNBA free agency appears to be cooked.
Angel Reese just shocked the basketball world by stepping away from the WNBA to take a major role on Netflix's Hunting Wives. The league now looks unstable, with top players being pushed to find opportunities outside basketball. This isn't just a small side project for Reese. It's a major career shift that highlights how serious the current situation has become. Her move sends a strong message. The ongoing union dispute has created chaos, leaving many players unsure about their futures and disappointing fans along the way. For some athletes, the season isn't just on hold. It's forcing them to rethink their entire careers. This moment could become a major turning point for the league. It exposes deeper problems within the system and raises serious questions about where the WNBA is headed next.
You know what? Unrivaled is going to be the only league that people play, and I can already see it. Now with season 2, her ass ain't even play. Her ass didn't even show up. She saw they crocheted them damn locker rooms. That once she realized that, she said, hold on, man. Unrivaled is not everything y'all hyped it up to me to be. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? She could go be in the yams on her own time. She's not even in Unrivaled after saying that would be the league that everybody plays in. Now she ain't even in it. Let's get to Angel Reese pivot before we get to some WNBA free.
This dramatic turn comes after Reese had been a strong supporter of a player strike, famously saying, "If they don't give us what we want, we just sit out." She even praised Unrivaled as the only league worth playing in and hyped its potential. Yet in a surprising twist, she isn't even part of Unrivaled Season 2. This contradiction highlights the harsh reality for players, showing just how quickly things can shift when collective bargaining agreements collapse. Her earlier bold stance now emphasizes the tough choices athletes are forced to make.
Let's get to Angel Reese pivot before we get to some WNBA free agency issues. Sky's Angel Reese lands a role in Netflix's Hunting Wives. Sky's Angel Reese lands role in Netflix's Hunting Wives, appeared first on Clutch Points. It says Chicago Sky forward Angel Reese keeps stacking wins beyond basketball. Her latest move lands squarely in Hollywood. Reese has joined the cast of Netflix's buzzy drama The Hunting Wives for its upcoming second season. USA Today reports the show, which debuted in 2025, quickly gained attention for its glossy tension and provocative story.
The chaos at the WNBA's core comes from the collapse of collective bargaining agreement negotiations, leaving free agency essentially frozen. What should be an active period of player movement and team building has become a stall moratorium with no deals happening. Every player, from seasoned veterans to rising stars, is affected, with careers left uncertain. This deadlock prevents teams from locking in rosters and creates widespread frustration. It's a fundamental breakdown that's stalling growth and threatening the league at a crucial moment.
Salute to you, Angel Reese, landing a solid acting gig. That is fire. Listen, y'all ain't got no jobs right now in the WNBA, so everybody's trying to figure out their other move, whether it's Project B, Athletes Unlimited, Unrivaled, acting, who knows? Everybody is trying to figure out their next move because work is apparently at a halt. So, hey, man, she landed a acting gig. Salute to that, man. Reese broke the news herself on social media, posting Trainer Barbie alongside a basketball emoji and several entertainment things.
The situation is more serious than just delayed signings. The league now faces the real threat of a lockout or a player strike, putting the entire upcoming season in jeopardy. This isn't speculation. It's a crisis that has stalled all major operations. The possibility of no basketball at all is alarming for both fans and players, creating widespread uncertainty. Such an outcome could wipe out years of progress and threaten the momentum the WNBA has worked so hard to build.
So, hey, man, she got to do what she got to do, man. We got to get to this here, man. WNBA free agency is all messed up. It's all over the place. There's a lot of issues at stake due to this holdout. By this time, everybody would have been pretty much signing and agreeing, not signing yet, but giving the agreements for where people are going to be playing next season. And that would be what we're talking about. But because we're in a moratorium and there's no moves being made, potential lockout on deck or a potential strike by the players on deck, we are at this point where,
adding to the chaos, the planned expansion draft for 2 new teams is completely stalled, with even the basic rules still undecided. Normally, teams can protect 6 players, but rumors suggest that might drop to 5 this year, creating major strategic headaches for general managers. Without clear guidelines, teams can't plan, recruit, or prepare for the season, leaving the new franchises in a particularly difficult spot. This lack of clarity is halting the entire expansion process, worsening the league's operational crisis and delaying critical growth efforts.
Be what we're talking about, but because we're in a moratorium and there's no moves being made, potential lockout on deck or a potential strike by the players on deck, we are at this point where there's been no expansion draft. We have an expansion draft for 2 teams. The actual rules for the expansion draft haven't even been laid out. Last year, you were able to protect 6 players. The word is that you'll only be able to protect 5 this year. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Let's take a listen to these ladies about some of the things they had to say about the effects that are.
The fallout from the union collapse goes beyond free agents, hitting the league's scouting department hard. With no clarity on agreements, it's unclear who is even working to evaluate talent for the April draft. This uncertainty signals a serious disruption in identifying and developing new players. Behind-the-scenes staff, the unsung heroes of the sport, are struggling, and the league's future talent pipeline is at risk. This quiet crisis threatens the long-term health and competitiveness of the WNBA.
Drafts, like, are teams even scouting? Who's watching? Who's scouting all the players right now? Who's working right now? That's what I like to know. Who's still out here scouting and doing this and doing that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, when you're talking about scouting, you're talking about players for the draft in April now and for years to come. If we're looking at kind of a timeline, like, let's say tomorrow, for whatever reason, suddenly there's a deal. Well, that's just that the terms of the deal have been agreed upon. It still needs to be approved by the Board of Governors. It is put into action like these.
Take the WNBA draft, for example. Unlike the NBA, where prospects are widely known, finding talent here depends on thorough scouting over 3 rounds. But how can teams properly evaluate players like Lauren Betts, Tanaya Latson, or Olivia Miles when scouting departments are stalled? The lack of a functioning CBA is directly blocking this critical process, raising serious concerns about the fairness and effectiveness of the upcoming draft. Potential stars could be overlooked, and teams might miss key opportunities to build stronger rosters, adding to the league's growing structural problems.
Going to intersect with the biggest women's college basketball moment of the year in March Madness.
See, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. That's going to be taking away spotlight and shine from March Madness, or will it? I don't know. But now we're to the point where, what if free agency is during the NCAA tournament? Teams are going to be focused on getting their free agents in, not scouting during the tournament. I mean, it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on.
Could that maybe impact each side a little bit, and what is covered, what is talked about, what is the...
League insiders, including star Breanna Stewart, have suggested the end of January as a target for finalizing a new CBA. But even if a deal is reached, approval by the Board of Governors and full implementation can take weeks, meaning a signed agreement tomorrow won't immediately resolve the chaos. It just starts a complicated bureaucratic process. Every day without a deal pushes the WNBA closer to an operational crisis, making the deadline feel increasingly ambitious. One of the most damaging consequences of this delay is the collision of free agency with the NC Women's Basketball Tournament in March. Both are major events that now risk competing for limited media attention and fan engagement. Free agency, which usually generates huge buzz, could be overshadowed or overshadow the college game at its peak. Fans, media, and even teams will be forced to split focus, prioritizing urgent signings over scouting top collegiate talent. This clash weakens both events, scattering the audience and undermining the league's growth at a critical time. Beyond media conflicts, the league faces a massive logistical challenge. Conducting the expansion draft requires agreed-upon rules, so teams know who to protect, then executing the draft, and only afterwards starting free agency. Each step depends on the previous one, creating a delicate chain of events that must align perfectly. Delays anywhere in this sequence risk throwing the entire off-season into disarray. The ongoing delays have created a massive backlog, squeezing an already tight off-season into an impossible schedule. The league is now racing the clock, and every day, without progress, pushes it closer to a full operational crisis that could threaten the season. Angel Reese's new role as Trainer Barbie in Netflix's Hunting Wives, set for 2025, is more than just an acting job. It's a striking symbol of the WNBA's instability. For a dominant basketball player to pivot into a high-profile entertainment role highlights how the league's turmoil is forcing athletes to seek opportunities outside the court. Reese announced the news herself, posting a basketball emoji alongside entertainment-themed icons on X and sharing behind-the-scenes glimpses on Instagram. The personal, unfiltered reveal created immediate buzz and let fans witness her career shift firsthand. This move isn't random. It's a direct response to the WNBA's current paralysis. For longtime followers, her Hollywood leap feels almost inevitable. Reese had hinted at joining Hunting Wives last summer, playfully tagging the creator on social media. That early interest has now become a reality, fueled by the league's stalled operations. Her pivot shows smart self-awareness, adaptability, and a pragmatic approach to uncertainty in professional sports. Reese's choice isn't an isolated case. It reflects a wider trend. WNBA players are actively seeking Plan B opportunities as their basketball careers face unprecedented disruption. Whether it's Project B, Athletes Unlimited Unrivaled, or even acting, WNBA players are now exploring every possible option. This widespread search for alternatives highlights the deep insecurity in the league, forcing athletes to diversify their careers out of necessity, not choice. The WNBA's inability to provide a stable work environment is pushing its top talent, veterans and rookies alike, into unexpected professional paths. For many players, this uncertainty threatens their livelihoods, making them weigh tough decisions about their futures. It's not just about money. It's about staying sharp, engaged, and purposeful when their sport is effectively on hold. The union's collapse has created an existential crisis, pushing players into uncharted territory. Angel Reese's pivot to acting reflects this reality. She had long expressed a desire for high-level, 5-on-5 professional competition, famously saying, "I'm not playing 3-on-3. With that path blocked, she's finding alternative ways to channel her ambition and talent off the court. Her move underscores the frustration of athletes who simply want to play, but are being denied the chance due to unresolved labor disputes. The league's challenges go far beyond free agency or expansion drafts. They threaten player development, long-term competitiveness, and the overall quality of the WNBA. Without clear rules, active scouting, and with top players seeking opportunities elsewhere, the league faces a potential talent drain. This stagnation affects every level, from collegiate prospects to established stars, creating systemic weaknesses that could take years to fix. The crisis isn't just about one season. It's about the very foundation of the sport. As one analyst put it, Stacking all these problems together is exhausting. Unresolved issues around expansion rules, player protection, free agency, draft scouting, and potential lockouts have created an overwhelming burden. This fatigue threatens morale and makes finding a solution even harder. The WNBA is in a precarious position, weighed down by internal conflicts and prolonged uncertainty. Its biggest star, Angel Reese, is leaving for Hollywood. Free agency is frozen, and the league teeters on the brink of a strike. Reese's Netflix move isn't just a personal decision. It's a glaring warning of deep structural problems in the league. The stalled union dispute has unleashed chaos, forcing players to seek opportunities outside basketball and leaving the WNBA's future in question. This isn't just a difficult season. It's an existential crisis that could undo years of progress and reshape women's professional basketball, with uncertain consequences for the league's survival.